Race 2 of the BMW IBSF Women's Skeleton World Cup in Laplagne, France. The first time we've been here for 3 seasons. The lack of experience of most of the athletes in the field of the Laplagne track had certainly shaken things up. With a long, flat start, it's a real driver's track. 19 corners crammed into just 1,500 meters of ice. Leader at this stage, 11th after the first heat, Belgium's Kim Meilmans, but Olympic champion Hannah Neise, who had been 7th in the first run, looked to have just about enough in hand. Despite making more mistakes than we're used to seeing, the Olympic champion managed to hold on to the line, creeping in front by a few hundredths of a second, but there were still 6 sleds to go. No medals guaranteed for Neise. In only her 2nd World Cup start, America's Mystique Rowe, the reigning push start world champion, was in a top 5 position. 5th place off the 2nd fastest start in the field. She built up a very substantial early lead over Hannah Neise of Germany. Half a second up, a third of the way down the run. Although mistakes crept in, the speed remained in the sled. Mystique Rowe would spear through to take the lead, but there were still 4 sleds to go. Matt Antoine, the coach, celebrating a great run from the woman who'd been 19th on her debut in Altenburg in January this year. After Jane Channel of Canada slipped out of podium contention, we were down to the final 3 and a new name, if not a new face. Jacqueline Lurling from Winterberg has become Jacqueline Pfeiffer after getting married, but she has lost none of her speed. Not in the start area, which was never her strength, but on the run down the track. The tall Winterberg slider's aerodynamic form rarely deserts her, and that's where she makes her speed. The 2017 world champion, who's only done 2 World Cup races in the last 2 calendar years, slipped to 2nd place. Rowe led with 2 to go. Would Pfeiffer get a medal? Also in her 2nd race in the World Cup, Tabby Sturker. In Winterberg in January, she'd finished a fine 7th place, but 2nd after the first heat was uncharted territory. Junior World Championship silver medalist, she was the runner-up in the Europe Cup Racing Series last year, and in her 2nd World Cup outing showed maturity beyond her years. She took the lead with 1 sled remaining. 2 near rookies on the podium. What an astonishing race this was turning into. The first round leader was the Netherlands' Kimberly Bos, by far the more experienced of the duo. She only had 400s in hand over Tabby Sturker from the first heat, but with an Olympic bronze medal and a World Championship silver medal, as well as a World Cup title in the 2 years, she is in the form of her life. She doesn't have the speed at the start, and when errors like that creep in down the run, it makes it really hard to hang on. Kimberly Bos dropped to 3rd at the line as a shocked Tabby Sturker claimed victory. Mystique Rowe in the silver medal position, both of them in their 2nd World Cup races. With 50 more races under her belt, Kimberly Bos takes the bronze medal, and she'll be happy with her first podium of the season behind our jubilant winner, Tabby Sturker. Tina Hermann retains the World Cup lead, but the day belongs to our former trapeze artist.